Take a look at how we can start to get some of the sculpted detail out of ZBrush in the form of a normal map. So the geometry that we have at this level, we're not going to be able to take out of ZBrush because it's just too high res, considering all the detail that we've added in here. So we need some way of getting this detail out, and we can do this using a normal map or a displacement map. A displacement map will actually move the geometry, displace it. A normal map will create the illusion of this detail. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to choose the hammer head. Let's go ahead and go down to the lowest level. And because of the limited screen real estate, I'm going to go ahead and pop over to a minimal layout. And then I want to activate under Z plugin the Z mapper. It's going to bring up this object that we've got selected as well as this interface. I'm going to go ahead and go to Open Configuration and choose Maya Tangent Space Node Best Quality because that's what we're going to be using. So it's going to have a lot of the settings already set up for us, including flipping an image vertically, which we don't have to do now because it's already set. So now we'll go ahead and choose to view the tangent space normal map. And now all we have to do is choose Create Normal Map, and now you can see it begin to work here in the canvas. And see it start to come in and calculate what that detail is going to look like. You can see the progress up here on this ring. So as that comes through and calculates that, it's going to create a map based on the UVs for this object. That's going to allow us to reapply this, and here we can see what this is going to look like. So we can go through and check it, make sure it looks the way that we want. I think it looks okay. So I'll go ahead and go back to our original interface, and then we can see the texture map is created. Now it doesn't look correct on the hammerhead at this point because it's been flipped already. So now to get this out, we want to go up to Texture and simply export that to an image file. And that's our normal map. Okay? So you want to go through the same process on the rest of these. Just take them down, take the shaft, the handle, and the spike, go ahead and take them down to their lowest level. Okay, all the way down. And that's the shaft. We'll take the handle down to its lowest level. And we'll just do maybe one more as an example. Again, go back to our minimal layout. You don't have to do this part just because of the recording setup that we've got here. And so let's go ahead and go to ZMapper, open that up, and might be off of the screen. Go ahead and drag that on. I don't have to open the configuration again, it's already set up. So I'll just go ahead and say Create Normal Map, and that's going to go through and create that map. You can see where that's calculating all of that. And then once that's done, we can go ahead and save out this map as well. So what we want to do is save out all the texture maps and all the normal maps for the particular objects that we have. We'll go ahead and check this as it's done. You can see that that looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go back to our base interface. And again, just keeping in mind that this has been flipped, so it's not going to look correct. And then you just want to go and export that image out. Alright, so let's go ahead and come in the next lesson and talk a little bit about if we want to take some of these actual pieces of geometry from ZBrush or use the ones from Maya. So we'll talk about that in the next lesson.